This video has quickly become one of my most viewed videos on here on my channel, and I've gotten tons and tons of questions on how to recreate it using other types of fabric that are not ASOOKE. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how you can make this particular headgear using lace or satin fabrics. So in case you'd be interested in knowing all about this process, please be sure to watch this video to the end. Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed watching, which I'm sure you would. Share with your friends and all that good stuff. Alright guys, now that is said and done, let's get straight into working on this beautiful piece of headgear. Alright guys, so as usual, I'll start off by showing you everything you need in order to make this headgear, and I'm also going to leave it on the screen for you all, so be sure to watch as I go. If this is your first time of stopping by my channel, welcome. My name is Funmibi. I make DIY tutorials as well as hair growth and hair care tutorials on here on my channel. I also do a bit of vlogging where I share a bit of my personal life with you all. So if that sounds like content that you'd be interested in knowing all about, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, share with your friends, like the video at the end of the day, and all that good stuff. Let's just engage on this particular video and let's see if you can rack as many views as the very original one did when I posted it. Alright guys, now that I'm done showing you everything, let's get straight into this tutorial. So what you first of all need to do is cut out your lace fabric, and the dimension for this lace is 52 inches by 6 inches. So the length of my fabric is 52 inches and this is 26 inches on fold, and the width is 6 inches. I'm also going to go ahead to cut another piece of this exact same dimension of lace. So I have two pieces of that 52 inches by 6, and I'm also going to cut two pieces of satin fabric. I used black. I could have used wine as well. Just use a color that will match the piece of fabric that you're using. So next up, I'm going to go ahead to glue on my lace fabric onto my satin fabric. This is just for the satin to just serve as a form of lining for my lace fabric, so it doesn't look transparent and just, you know, cheap. So I'm going to go ahead to do that now using my AUTOGELE glue. I'm going to apply some glue on the satin and then just place my lace fabric on it. This whole process is pretty straight to the point. All you need is your glue, and for this I don't advise you use your glue gun. The only type of glue you should use is a fabric glue, because your glue gun will be too, it's just not appropriate for this particular process. If you've made it up to this point in the video and you're yet to be subscribed to the channel, you know you like what you're seeing already. I mean, if you don't like what you're seeing, you won't make it up to this point, right? So please be sure to hit the subscribe button and join us on here on this channel. I make a lot of tutorials like this, so if you like content like this, my channel is somewhere you want to be subscribed to, so you'll be the first to know every single time I post interesting DIY tutorials such as the one you're watching right now. So all I'm doing is just applying some of this my AUTOGELE glue onto my satin, and then I'm just going to go ahead to place my lace fabric on it, and I'm going to do this until I get to the end of the fabric. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead to repeat the same thing on the second piece of satin and lace fabric. This is, like I said, to serve as a lining for my lace and to just give the fabric more stability, because you know ASOOKE is generally thick and lace is not as thick as ASOOKE, right? So applying these two pieces of fabric together is going to give you some stability. We are also going to go ahead to apply some interfacing onto these pieces of fabric, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. We're going to get to that part. Everything you need to know about this process is in this video. That's why I encourage you guys to always watch the video to the end so you don't get confused at any point. All I'm doing here is still applying my glue, placing my lace on it, and all that, you know, everything I've explained previously. Once I'm done with this piece, I'm going to move on to the second piece, repeat the same process, and then next up I'm going to get my interfacing, and my interfacing of choice for this particular video is going to be my stay. Feel free to use gum stay, cloth gum, any type of interfacing you like, but just make sure it's something that you would find easy to press onto your fabric and just use in general. What I'm doing here is just cutting the straight pieces of satin fabric. Next up, I'm going to move ahead to the interfacing part, and I'm going to just take it to my ironing board and press it on. That is what we have here. I went ahead to press on my stay onto my fabric, and with pressing on your interfacing, make sure that your iron is not too hot so you don't burn the interfacing and probably, you know, burn your fabric as well. Make sure that the temperature of the iron is just right, perfect for your interfacing to stay glued on to your fabric. Next up, I'm going to join these two pieces of fabric together along the length. So if you've not seen my previous video that I shared with you all on how to join fabrics, in that particular video I used ASOOKE. Just the same process applies to this, right? I'll leave that video on the screen, so feel free to go check it out. And this is the final result after joining the two pieces together. We have one whole piece now. Next up, I'm going to go ahead to mark some dimensions on the edge of this fabric just to give me that slanting effect that is going to just allow for the final result to look beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark 5 inches along the length of this fabric, and then I'm going to mark 1.5 inch along the width. I'm going to show you guys everything I'm saying. So yeah, what I'm doing here now is marking 5 inches along the length with my chalk, right? And along the width, I'm going to mark 1.5 inch. Feel free to make it 2 inches if that's what you want. Just make sure there's enough space for you to pass the fabric that's going to serve as a lining for this headgear to give you your scrunched up effect. So what I'm going to do now is just join the two lines together and then repeat the same thing on the second edge of this piece of fabric, and then take it to my sewing machine to sew to give me that slanted effect on my fabric. So yeah, this is what we have here now. So on those lines that I marked, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm done sewing, and then I also went ahead to turn my fabric inside out. All I'm doing here is just cutting this stray piece of thread away just to allow for things to look professional, okay? And yeah, next up I'm going to pass my lining for the scrunchy effect, and I'm going to leave the dimension of that lining on the screen. So yeah, just bear that in mind. I usually use my safety pin to pass my fabric through. Use whatever piece of item works for you. The point is you just want to pass this through to give you that scrunched up effect. If you've made it up to this point in the video and you're yet to smash the like button, please be sure to hit the like button. That button helps YouTube spread my videos to a wider audience, and we're trying to grow this channel, right? So please help my hustle by smashing the like button. Also, if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and become a part of us on this channel. We share a lot of awesome pieces, and we're very friendly people on this channel, and who knows, you probably make a friend or 2 friends or even more on this channel. So please be sure to just join us in this family. What I'm doing now is I'm securing the lining that I passed through to give me my scrunched up effect, and what I'm doing is just adjusting my scrunchy effect as well. So I'm pulling out my fabric that is inside, and what I'm going to do now is take it to my sewing machine to secure the lining inside the scrunchie headband. This is just to allow for stability and we don't lose our scrunched up effect in the process. Alright guys, this is it. This is the headgear that is going to be on the headband. So what I'm going to tackle next is the headband. The headband is black already. You could just decide to use it the way it is, but because you guys know now I'm extra, I like to just do things the proper way. So I'm going to go ahead to wrap my headband with a piece of satin fabric, a black piece of satin fabric. I have a lot of tutorials on how to wrap headbands, so just in case you're new here and you don't necessarily know how to go about wrapping your headband with fabric, this process is very easy, and I'm going to leave a video on the screen that will help you in learning how to do this for yourself. Alright guys, what I'm doing here is also hiding that secured piece, right? So this part that I secured earlier on to secure my lining inside the scrunchie headband, I'm going to just cover it up by tucking it into the edge of this headband, and feel free to go ahead to sew it together just to hide that, or use some glue. I decided to use glue in my own case. What I'm doing here is just applying some glue to my headband to secure the headgear onto the headband, and this is just to complete this whole process, right? The two of them have to work hand in hand, so I'm just going to do that all over. After doing this, you guys know that I always preach the gospel of security. Make sure you don't depend on just glue. Go ahead and extra step to sew down whatever headgear you're attaching to your headband, because glue can fail you any day, anytime. So I didn't show that part on here on camera, but I went ahead to do little stitches to just secure my headgear onto my headband to give me maximum security. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. This process is very easy, very straight to the point, and I'm sure you guys will find it very easy when you go ahead to repeat this process for yourselves. This is the last and final call to action. So if you've made it up to the end, this is the end of this video, right? If you've made it up to this point without moving or clicking out of this video, that means you like what you're seeing, right? So please be sure to hit the subscribe button and join us if you're yet to. Like this video. Liking this video helps YouTube spread my videos to a wider audience. We're trying to grow this channel, so please be sure to hit the like button and just let me know that you found value from watching this particular video. Also, share with your friends. There's love in sharing. Love to share awesome content with our friends on here on this channel, so please be sure to share this video with a friend that you know would enjoy content like this. Alright guys, I can't wait to see you guys again really soon. Hopefully on Sunday I'm going to bring you guys another awesome tutorial. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.